So hi guys, it's me Andrew, welcome to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be talking about just random stuff, doing my makeup, if you want to see what get this gorgeous shimmery green moment, then keep on watching. I talk about how bad my tan is. If you want to see the full elbow, then keep on watching. But yeah, if you like me, if you like my channel, stick around, leave a like and a subscribe and a comment if you feel it's necessary. Tell me how you are, tell me what you have for breakfast, tell me anything you want, because I don't know, engagement's engagement, and I don't know, I read them and I reply to them. But yeah, if you like me and you like Bella, then leave a like and subscribe and keep on watching. So I'm just going to start my makeup by applying a little bit of the L'Oreal Infallible Concealer just on my eyelids, just to prime them a little bit. I don't like a lot of concealer on the eyelids, I don't like them to be cakey. I already did my brows because I had to go to the shop and don't want to look like a mole rat, the tea. So I'm just going to blend this out with a beauty blender and then I'll be right back. So now that I've blended out the concealer on my eyelids, I'm going to go in for eyeshadow and use the Revolution Reloaded Iconic Division palette. And it's just like this really nice khaki kind of neutral palette. So I'm just going to take this shade on a fluffy brush and I'm just going to buff that over the crease. And just in the outer V as well. I like to always concentrate my shadow in the outer portion of the eye, just to give you a really snatched effect. Oh my god, so I've been watching Billie Sarian recently. I watch her all the time, she's so good. See, just her murder makeup mystery Mondays are just so addictive. See, falling asleep too, because you just need to listen to them and then occasionally open your eyes to get the makeup look. And she's just so entertaining herself, kind of what made me want to do this channel. I don't want to be so tutorial based, I want to be more just chatty. I obviously want to teach a few things as well along the way, because why not learn something while you're putting shit on your face, So I'm just going to do the same to the other eye and I'll just be right back. So now that I've buffed the transition all over the crease, I'm going to take a smaller brush and then just this light khaki green shade in the palette. And I'm just going to concentrate that just here and in the V. Oh, that's a lot darker than what I thought. And then just go back in with this brush. And instead of blending it out with that colour, we're going to blend it out with this colour, to marry them together. We will go back in and re-intensify just a few times, just to, get build up and some true to the colour, I say true to the colour, I mean so it pays true, and that you can see the actual green and not just a muddy brown. So I'm just going to take the light khaki green shade in the palette and I'm just going to start buffing that over the eye slowly, and onto the lid. We're going to kind of do a green smoky eye. So we're just going to pack it on, and I kind of like to leave the front wee bit open, but I like to keep it rounded as well, so it's not loads of product, but you can go in and you can highlight nicely. And I like to just go back over with this brush and just dust everything away and just blend it right out. And I'm just going to keep going in and just concentrating that colour. Just right in the centre and just slowly tapping it out. So I'm going to take this darker khaki shade and then I'm just on an even smaller fluffy brush. And I'm just going to concentrate that out with the wing of the eye. And I don't know, I might bring it in depending on how I feel with the eye look. See, I don't know. See, with eyeshadows, I never kind of go in with a set plan, because I don't know, I just think it can change in a second. So now that I've done that to this eye, I'm going to go in and I'm going to pack a shimmer all over the lid, where I put that base green. I'm going to take this light shimmer in the palette, and I think I'm just going to use my grubby, badly tanned fingers, because I did my tan last night. I'll talk about that when I'm doing my skin, because I don't know, I've not been tan for a very long time. So I don't really know how to work with it, so it might be a wee bit of a struggle. I'm just not getting the payoff I want on the shadow. And I'm just going to go back in with that darker shade and then just bring that. I like to always just bring this line in. Just so you can get a base for your wing. So I'm going to do the same to the other eye off camera and I'll be right back to get on with the base. So that's my eyeshadow all done. So now I'm going to get on with foundation. I just cleaned up this bottom line with concealer because I didn't like how muddy this side looked and it kind of fixes it. I don't really know. So I tanned. It looks like I crawled through dirt. It's not the best. But you know, we're learning. If you've got any tips and tricks about how to not be Oompa Loompa Orange, or Tangerine Clown, you know, my colours. But yeah, I do, or like I have tanned before. I'm not the best. Wasn't claiming to be. So I've got like some darker foundations, but I'm going to use the shade F10 from Makeup Revolution. It's fast base. I've almost run out, so I'm just going to take a brush and just like dig my brush in. And I'm just going to like keep that on the outer points of the face. Just like all along like these bits. And I'm just going to apply that to the rest of my face. I'll go right back. So now that I've applied this to the outer portions of my face, I'm not blended it out yet. I'm going to take the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless Foundation in 115. So like last week's video, my first video, I put this like where I put this, but I'm going to put this on the end points of my face. Since we're going darker, I want to be like a shade darker than my natural at least. You know? And plus, my body doesn't match my face. It's not all one tone. So, you know, I don't have to be all one tone. I'm not really bothered. So, now that I've applied that to like the highlight points on the face, I'm just going to go in and just start buffing out from the centre outwards. Because we want to keep a lot of the coverage from the lighter foundation here, so we don't look too splotchy or different colours. Even though my body is not one colour, it is like a million different shades. It's literally like the beige rainbow. It's like 50 shades of beige. My body has more shades than Rihanna's Fenty line. I bet that's saying something, because you know, that was a lot. Good on her though. So I wanted to keep this concentrated to begin with, but now I'm going to go in and just kind of mix the two colours, just so I don't look stripy or unblended. And then I'm going to just blend out this forehead, and then I'll be right back, because it's a large forehead and it takes a lot of time. So that is me applied foundation to everywhere you would apply foundation. And I'm just going to use the L'Oreal Infallible Concealer. And then since I've gone lighter, no darker even, I don't want to take it too bright. So just here, and then a little bit on the forehead. And then a little bit on the chin. So I'm just going to start blending out from the chin, then the forehead. Just to give like a wee dome of brightness. And then I'm just going to go the under eye. And I like to go right up into the tear duct where it's brightest. And then just marry that in with like, you know, this line. And it keeps it really tight, really concentrated. I'm going to cream contour today because I want to feel extra. So I'm going to use the Revolution Fast Base Foundation in F14. It's really dark, really not my shade, but I take a little bit. Oh, and I shaved. I don't look like a whole bone anymore. I'm just going to take like a foundation brush and just blend for life. And then just go back in. And then just tame it back down. So now that I have cream contoured, I'm going to go in and set everything with powder. So normally I just use the I Heart Revolution Coconut just all over, but today I'm going to mix two. I'm going to use the Collection Sheer Loose Powder in Barely There. It's quite dark for me. Well, usually, like it usually like makes my foundation look darker than what it is. So I'm just going to use a light fluffy brush like this, and then just start with the under eye and then dust out. We're going to make sure we're completely set, but we just don't want any patchiness. So you're doing my tan and stuff though, like that's why I started on YouTube, and that is so I could start feeling more like myself, because I've not been doing anything that Andrew would do. Like I was like barely doing my makeup, all these things, and it was like I didn't want to like forget who I was, like not that I was going to, but like just with like not doing anything, like I kind of just fell out of touch with like who I was. So that's why I started doing YouTube, you know, because it was always something I wanted to do like when I was younger, and it was like, right, well, what would Andrew want to do? So yeah, it's like, see, doing my tan, like all that, it just makes you feel so much more like you, like, so just do something that you love, like that's what I would recommend. Just like, yeah, like, so you're doing like, I don't know, just doing things you love, things that make you are important, and I think a lot of times we forget to do them. And yeah, it's just, I don't know, this thing is really bothering me. That's why my ADD is getting so distracted. I don't even have ADD, but you know. So I'm just going to go in and contour with the same collection palette I always use, and just go really ham with contour today, because, you know, we cream contoured, so we're allowed to. And plus I'm going a lot darker than what I usually do. This is not going to be as muddy as what it looks like now. But like I said in my last video, I'm kind of lazy with makeup. Like sometimes I get really tactical with it and be like, I'm going to put up this bronzer here and then, but like it's just too much effort to look good. Like I look good anyways. Like I don't need much. I just need my eyebrows to, you know, keep on going. So now that I've contoured, I'm going to bronze. I'm going to use the Rimmel Radiance brick. It is not a brick, it is smashed. In light. And since it's broken, I just take whatever in the top and I just go, and I just slowly just blend out that contour with it. And I just like to blend it down a wee bit as well, just to give that, you know, look. So what YouTubers have you been watching? Leave in the comments. I've been watching some Bailey Seria recently. Her Murder Makeup Mystery Mondays are literally iconic. What's her name? Blair White. I don't know. I just think she's funny. Like, and I just kind of like, I don't know. She's just like a different kind of content on YouTube. Speaks about like trans issues and stuff like that. But like, she's not like dead, oh, everything should be this, everything to that. Like she like talks about things like kids and like detransitioning, and it's like she's trans herself, so she's allowed to. Like if I was going to talk about shit, I'd be cancelled, because I'm only a fucking man in a wig, you know. But it's nice to hear a different approach. Oh my god, see Shane Dawson, I was so sad. See, with all the drama, it was like, because I grew up watching Shane, like I watched Shane since I was like really, really young. Like my best friend, she got me into him. And like it was just like, yeah, it was like so disappointing. But see, like looking back and like looking all the videos I was watching as a child, it was like, it's so not right. Like, and I was like holding on, like, oh my god, it's Shane. He's just been cancelled. But then like the past like 2 weeks ago, like I just kind of had a switch and I was like, no. Like, you see what you said about Tati though, that was kind of like a turning point for me. Like when she was like, oh my god, she's fake crying. So and all that, it was just like I don't know, it wasn't cute. But I still had hopes that, you know, could hopefully make her comeback, make a redemption. But no. And then Trisha Paytas, oh my god, I love her. She has made a wee transformation with herself. She is turned into like the expose of YouTube. So I just blushed with the California by Hoola blush, with the same flat top brush I always use. I'm just going to highlight with the Makeup Revolution Reloaded highlighter. I don't know what it's called because the back's too caked in highlighter because it's broken. But I'm just gonna... Oh, that's stunning. And then... Oh my god, yeah, I forgot to highlight my nose in my last video. I was like, oh, how could I? And like I said in my last video, I never highlight the forehead, and then here I am, adding extra glow, because you know, why not? I'm just diffusing this line a wee bit, just because it would seem so harsh, like a big stripe, and we don't want that. So now that I finished highlight, I'm just going to get stuff ready to finish my eyes, like the eyeshadows, a liner and a lash, and I'll be right back. So for under eye today, I'm just going to go a bright kind of orange a moment, and I'm just going to start with this little brush and go from darkest up. I'm just going to keep it really concentrated, just right in here, right at the waterline, just like that, and then I'm going to take this slightly bigger brush and I'm just going to kind of tap the excess off, and I'm kind of just going to go over the edge of that and just kind of pull it out just a little bit. I kind of want a grungy, like really blown out smoky eye, like smoky underneath. And I'm just going to take the lightest orange shade on just this big brush and just tap a lot of the excess off, and then just really run around this. And I like to go in with my foundation brush, one I just like use for powder, and just see this edge, just take her back a little. So I'm going to do the same to the other eye off camera, and I'll be right back. So I just added the finishing touches to my makeup. I just added a wing, a lash, a wee mascara moment, and my lip combo today was the Revolution Pro Supreme Matte Lip Pigment in Facade. And I used the I Heart Revolution lip gloss in the shade Salted Caramel. If you like me, if you like my YouTube videos, if you like this face, if you like the video, if you want to know how to do some more looks that I do, you know, keep subscribed, leave a wee like, you know, leave a wee comment, you know, I'm going to be doing more of these, you know. And yeah, go follow the socials, andrewwm at Snapchat, Instagram and TikTok. So, you know, if you like me and you want to see more of my face, you can. Peace and pout.